1 year ago, I decided to take a leap and start a YouTube channel called Relocation Serbia. And the goal out there was simply to educate people on Serbia, the processes here, what you can look forward to. And I can tell you one thing, that I've been pleasantly surprised by the support and the attention and the growth that you guys have all contributed to when it comes to the channel, and it also has helped the business tremendously. And being that I'm headed to Belgrade today to meet with our team in Belgrade, headed to the train station right now to catch the train, I figured I'm going to talk about things that I've learned with the YouTube channel, things we've learned with our business, the pros and cons, the ups and downs, and things that we look forward to providing in the near future, and where we're headed with this channel as well as with the business. So this is not going to be your standard video, but do stay tuned. So as most of you know, is that I started this out of simply having the issue of trying to figure out things myself as a Serbian speaker, and being taken advantage of those that don't have the best intentions for you here in Serbia. Paid a lawyer, took my money, did nothing. Tried friends and family, they didn't know, didn't pick up the phone. And so I also then spoke with my parents, who said that they, who were born here in Serbia, had issues trying to navigate the system. And I'm the type of person who, if he sees something that is a problem or something, I'm always one that looks to fix that issue. And so I figured, I'm going to go against the grain and do what other people's don't do typically in life, and that's go do things the hard way. And that's exactly what I did. Now, I had no clue if this would work, how it would work out with working with people here in Serbia, what kind of demand there was, because if you talk to people on a regular day, they don't even know where Serbia is. They typically think Syria, Siberia, things of that. And even till this day, yeah, you do have Nikola Jokic, you have Novak Djokovic that have pretty much put Serbia on the map. But for the most part, people don't really know much about it, and it's still an up and coming country. So it's been 1 year since I've started this YouTube channel, and I've learned a lot. And funny enough, our very first client, which came about 3 months after starting this channel, reached out to us because of the YouTube channel here. We didn't have a website, we didn't have anything like that. I did have the business established, but I was like, well, let's just test our waters, because marketing is key, and no sense in investing money into other things in the business if something's not going to take off. So once I saw a demand 2 months later, I started cranking up the progress of putting us out there as fast as possible. And one of the things that I noticed, because I've run other businesses in the past, is that this business took off a lot faster than all my other businesses, including my electrical contracting business in Canada, which I thought, what surprised me, because there's such a high demand for people, skilled trades in Canada, and a matter of fact, all across the world. But this one seemed to really take off for me, which I was really pleasantly surprised. And from first meeting with the family here and learning about them, and then getting into our second and third and fourth clients, and now I've even lost track of how many clients we've dealt with that we've learned that there's a lot more services that people are requiring when they're moving, and things that I didn't even think about because we simply came here with 4 suitcases. And now there's people here that are moving their whole house or pets and vehicles, and it was all a learning curve, and continues to be a learning curve. But with a great team that we have between Novi Sad and Belgrade, we've really made that process simpler for not only our team members between the 2 offices, but as well as for our clients as well. The other challenges that we faced was, or I faced, as a matter of fact, was burnout, right? Because I come here from Canada, trying to understand all the processes, the various processes, the offices that you need to go to, the people that you meet, the type of documentation that you need, and make sure that not only am I providing the correct information to our clients, but also that I am getting the correct information from the people that are giving me the information, because not everybody wants to give you correct information. In business, it's pretty much like a war. Everyone is out for themselves, and if they see competition or see someone doing something similar to what they are, they don't want them to succeed, and so it's best to give them bad information, and so that they look like fools. And so, you know, having self-doubt, having burnout by staying up late nights, and the fear of failing not only the business but my clients, which I know myself, and many of you do too, that it's not easy to move here, and I don't want to fail them, especially when they're taking such a drastic leap in their life, regardless if they're clients that are 20 years old or clients that are 70 years old. I regardless don't want to fail them and then fail myself in return. So I hold myself at a very high threshold of service and compliance and satisfaction to our clients. And one of the other challenges we've seen is that many of the people are reaching out to us for visas and legal advice, and things that are getting into the gray areas that we typically can't help with, because visas is not something that is under our control. That is under the control of the Serbian government. We can help clients apply for visas, but we cannot, guarantee that you're going to get a tourist visa from Serbia, coming from your country or whatever it is. The other one that we've had is people that are in other countries that are trying to get citizenship through descent, either for themselves or for their children's, whatever it might be, and us not being able to help them in other countries, even though that they're working with the Serbian embassies or embassies or consulates. And till this day, we've not had one individual that has worked with any Serbian consulate or embassy throughout the world. This could be in Australia, this could be in the United States, Canada, other places in Europe, that have actually had any success when it comes to getting anything done. And so it's hard to tell clients, hey, try this, we can't help you, and if it fails, you have to come here and do it in Serbia, because that's just how the Serbian bureaucracy works. And funny enough, I'll be meeting with a client later today who came in here from Florida and will be pursuing citizenship by descent and then remaining here and moving forward with their life here. And they're just a young individual in their 20s and looking to set up a shop here and grow their business here, because as many of you know, your country that you're from now has changed from the past 10, 20 years, and many Serbs that once left or have some sort of origin here are looking to come back to Serbia, which is a beautiful thing to see. Now, what is something that I'll never do when it comes to any business, and I learned this the hard way in construction, is that you never argue on price. And so we've had a lot of people in my construction days. This guy can do it cheaper, that guy can do it cheaper, this guy can do it whatever. And in this business, it has not changed either. People try and argue, oh, well, that's too expensive, or this guy told me that he can do it for a fraction of the price. But like I've said to other clients before, by all means, you can go and get the cheaper price. But there's 3 options that you get to choose from when you work with any business. And out of the 3 options, you can only pick 2, and the third one is going to sacrifice. That is going to be speed, quality, and affordability. So if you want something done fast and good, it's not going to be cheap. If you're going to want something cheap and fast, it's not going to be done good. And if you want something good and cheap, it's also not going to be done fast. And so I never argue with clients on prices. I've learned that being in business for over the past 20 years, regardless of what you want. And one thing that I've noticed is that clients, they'll go and take the cheaper price, and 1 or 2 months later, they'll reach out and be like, listen, I went with so-and-so, and now I have a bigger problem on my hands than I originally started. And at that point, I also have to say, hey, listen, it's going to cost you more than our original quote, because not only do we have to do it the right way, but now we have to also fix things that you got someone else to do beforehand and clean up that mess as well. And so fighting on price is not something that we do. We do things good, and we do things as fast as humanly possible that Serbia allows us to do. And I'm trying to work on more Google reviews, getting more client interviews here, but being that we're growing so fast, and once people have their paperwork, they want to move on with their lives, it's hard for them to, hop on a video and do an interview, especially if they don't live within the city. Because even though we're based in Belgrade and Novi Sad, does not mean our clients don't live outside of these countries. So the question is going to arise that I get from a lot of people is, who's moving to Serbia? And I can tell you it's everyone from A to Z. We have people that are adults with children, single individuals, couples. We have people that are digital nomads, that are retirees, people that are looking for those old Christian values, the people that are sick and tired of the woke culture that is penetrating a lot of the Western countries, the state of their current country that they're completely fed up with. And I'm not saying that Serbia is perfect by any means, but one thing I can say for sure for myself and for many of our clients is that since I've entered Serbia, is that I felt a weight come off my shoulders that was on my shoulders and weighing me down in Canada for years. You have a sense of life, purpose, and freedom here. And that's not too much to ask as a regular human being. But many of the individuals that we work with say they do not have that in their country that they're coming from. And so some of our clients have come here and visited Serbia a couple 7 times. They've done a bunch of research and just simply jumped onto the plane and moved. And so nothing surprises me and our team about where people come from. I love meeting all the individuals. Majority of you who have come through YouTube that I've seen comment for months and months, or since I've started this channel, and I've been able to meet in person, put a face to the name, and to understand your story and your path and journey in life. And the beautiful thing is, and I respect a lot of our clients for doing this, is that YouTube is full of a lot of fakers, people that put up a front that they do this type of service or any type of business. There's so many scammers out there these days that it's almost hard to find someone that's real. And so one of the things I really appreciate with our clients is that even after they book a consultation with us, me specifically, and meet me, they still want to meet me in person and to make sure that I'm an actual real individual living in Serbia, living and breathing what I do, that you can physically come here, sit down, have a drink with me, have a meal with our team, and understand that we are here full-time, real, and not just a front. What other people are looking for when they come to Serbia, I should touch on this point, is safety. The countries that are in the West that have lost their Christian values are actually tremendously dangerous. Canada, United States, a lot of Western Europe. And so many of the women that come here with their children say that they feel safe here, that they're not going to get, ransacked in the bushes. Their kids are not going to get, abducted. It's good to see kids of all ages from, 7, 8 years old, all the way up to, high school and above, walking by themselves on the roads and no one being bothered. That people in general here in society will look over the children and make sure that if something is wrong, such as a mother being in a restaurant and the child starts wandering out of the restaurant, that the waiter that is there is going to simply pick up the kid and return it beside its mom. And people are not going to get up in a fizzy or a tizzy that you touched my child and I'm going to press charges, because we're all here looking for each other's back. And children are very cherished here and very looked over. And that is something that many countries have lost touch with. Is like kids now 7 and 8 years old in these Western countries think they're grown and nothing can happen to them and they don't need to listen to their parents and you can't tell me what to do. And then something happens and then, I don't need to get into the rest. Now, let's quickly talk about the growth of this channel. So, 1 year ago, I posted a video about getting a white paper, just out of letting people know, hey, listen, this is something you need to do. And then a month later, I posted another one, and comments started coming in. Hey, we're looking to move to Serbia, da 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 da. And I started thinking, I'm on to something. I started posting more and more, and to this day, we've hit 2,500 and change in subscribers. And I appreciate each and every one of you. And some videos do well, some videos don't do so well. And the ones that I find funny that do very well are the ones that are politically fueled when I talk about Serbia joining the EU or something to do with Serbia and United States. Serbs love coming into the comments and just letting know what their peace of mind is, where they stand, and I absolutely love it. And the ones that are talking about relocation do well. And one thing I notice is that people like to do their research and ask for services or questions online, or ask for advice in the comments. And I'll tell you right now, we don't do that online or in the comment sections, because every one of you has a different scenario, different game plan. And so if I answer a comment based on a simple question that's provided, everyone's going to generalize that. That's why I always say, booking a consultation. I want to know exactly what your situation is, what your intent is, where you stand, where you're from, where's your background from. Like, there's so many things to come into place. And the thing is, if you ask one question in the comment section, that can be deceiving, because what you're asking I could take it as one thing, and what you actually ask could mean another thing, and now we're both confused. And so I will never answer comments when it comes to questions about services or processes here in Serbia. That is for the consultation, and then when you meet with our team. All right, back from Belgrade, and had to go home and change out because we have some other things that are moving forward here at Relocation Serbia, and I'll tell you all about that in 1 second. But before I get into that, I'd love to just shout out to my whole team of partners and colleagues out there that have made this possible to become what it's become. So my team in Belgrade, my team here in Novi Sad, you guys are fantastic, and we have a lot of great things to look forward to in the near future and the foreseeable future. And so now that I'm changed, I want to talk about some new things that are up and coming with the YouTube channel, as well as what's going on at our business here at Relocation Serbia when it comes to our services. And so, being that I had to change, and you could probably see all the stuff that I have in the back there right now, we are moving to a new location here in Novi Sad. So we are going to be located downtown Novi Sad, right on the pedestrian walkway, simply because that's where a lot of our clients start off with when they come here to Novi Sad, and it's just easier to do in-person events there, or consultations, and as well as have a better location, better services, and closer to all the other people that we need to work with when it comes to like police stations, notaries, so on and so forth. And so when it comes to services, we are going to be offering all the great services, but I'm also going to be looking into dabbling into opening up an app when it comes to visiting and relocating to Serbia as well, making the tourism and relocation process that much easier, so that, you know, you're wanting to come and do certain events, you can do so. One of the things that I've learned with talking to clients is that everybody has their own thing that they want. You want a certain type of doctor that does detoxes, you're going to be able to find that. You want to go and do certain activities, you can find that. You want your children in certain type of programs, you can find that. It's very difficult because to do on your own, simply because I've just found that a lot of people or businesses here don't have any sort of social media presence, or not even a website for that matter. And it's just astonishing that people are like, listen, we're running a business, but we don't have any way to promote to the world about what we do. And so that's something that we're going to be focusing on. And we're also going to be looking to start in helping more and more of our corporate clients as well. So one of the things that we do here is help people set up corporations or entrepreneur businesses. And when they do so, they're looking to hire employees. Well, that has left now another hurdle for those individuals, especially if they have no ties to Serbia, when it comes to the language and legal barriers. And so what we're going to be doing for our clients is, when it comes to corporate services, is helping them with office relocation, finding office furniture, but the biggest one is work permits. Some of our clients want to bring in people from all over the world to do certain type of work here in Serbia, and instead of like trying to find someone here in Serbia, I can tell you firsthand, finding employees here in Serbia is not the easiest thing to do. I've tried, and like I've said before, I've had to outsource most of it outside of Serbia. But looking to bring in people for their businesses, for their corporate services, that's something that we're going to be helping with our clients, and also helping them find proper office space, set it all up the way they want it done. Interior designers, architects, whatever it is, get them going with that side of things too. So that's going to be our two biggest focuses within the next year, I believe. I myself, like I've mentioned, and I know so many of you have already reached out to me and asked, Andre, when are you setting up your real estate side of the business? That is coming at the end of the year. I need to go and obtain my license first. So I need to go do some courses. I need to also go and write a test, and then I can open up the relocation real estate side of things, where we're going to serve the individuals that are coming into Serbia, and so that they're not getting what is called gringo prices. I got that one from one of our clients who lived in Mexico for many years, married a Mexican woman, and they recently moved to Serbia, and he's always talking about gringo pricing and gringo pricing, which is something that they experienced in Mexico. And so I thought I'd use that one in this video too. And then also with that, you're going to be getting what we call is the white glove service. So you're not only going to have us that do the real estate posting, we're going to have listings on there, but we're also going to cover you when it comes doing the contracts and notarization in that part, making sure we vet your property properly, and so that you can ensure that you're purchasing something that is safe and that's going to last you a very long time. Then the other one is that you don't have that language barrier, which again many of our clients are seeing, and even some of the people here in Serbia, they're saying, hey, let's, like, they'll go on to random public websites, they'll find, either rentals or houses for sale, and or apartments for that matter, and they say no foreigners, and this has not even happened to people that are complete foreigners, but people who are Serbian descent, have Serbian last name, speak the Serbian language. However, they don't have their residency card here yet, or their lična karta, and the property owners are asking for that, and because they're in the process, they're simply saying, no, you're a foreigner, you don't have that document, and so we're not selling to foreigners. And so we're going to eliminate that wasted time as well, and actually have properties that are available to those that don't mind helping out foreigners either. And so lots on the go here at Relocation Serbia. The physical office, if you're in Novi Sad, it will be opened up August 1st of 2025. We got about a week and a half to get everything set up and going, so that we can have a grand opening on August 1st. And one of the other questions we get from our clients is, do you do any other Balkan countries? And that's not something that is on our radar whatsoever. I want to focus on Serbia because I am in Serbia. And being that it was, I don't know how the bureaucracy goes in other countries, and I don't want to try myself, and I don't have any ties to those other countries. We're only going to be focusing on Serbia here and nothing else. And if that bursts some people's bubbles, well, I'm sorry, that's just how things are going to go. And if you're new to this channel, I'd wish that you do comment and subscribe, and hopefully that we get to meet face to face one day as well, and that you do come and work with our team and find out what a beautiful life you can live here in Serbia, like many of the other people do. So I want to thank you for this longer video, this non-traditional video. One other thing that just came by my mind, now that we're going to be more localized in the center, I'll be doing a lot more local videos and touring around places within Novi Sad specifically. I'll try and do some stuff in Belgrade as well. However, there's enough YouTube channels out there that show Belgrade, but not enough that do Novi Sad. And so we're going to go and experience some of the Novi Sad lifestyle and show you what Novi Sad has to offer to you, yourself, your loved ones, and your family if and when you do decide to move to Serbia. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.